Boy, we should do a top 5 Disney list on the NES.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. But shouldn't it be like Capcom and Disney? Since only the good ones are Capcom?
I said Disney!
Number 5.
The Little Mermaid. If you have never played The Little Mermaid on the NES, you may be thinking the way I did before I first played this.
Water levels in video games suck.
And a good majority of the time they do. In this game, you don't feel bogged down like you do in many water levels in most games. I am so glad the game didn't restrict us gamers into one silly attack here. You can use your basic fin slap, or you can cast your
Underwater Sonic Wave of Doom
onto enemies and capture them in a bubble and turn them into Bubble Bobble and chuck them at your foes. You can also pick up seashells and other objects and use them as projectiles as well. The music is pretty impressive, but each song isn't too different from the last. The intro theme though was done very well in my opinion. Lastly, the game does feature some power-ups, which also keeps the game interesting throughout. Now, if you enjoyed Echo the Dolphin...
What's wrong with you? Just kidding. Sorta.
Number 4.
Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. In 1990, the Nintendo Entertainment System released a game where you pretty much are set loose in, well, Disneyland. You basically are some nameless kid who wanders around Disneyland, and you must collect all the keys in order to save the hidden parade people and set them free so they can go on with the show. The thing that makes this game so great is that you get to play a ton of mini games, but since this game was developed by Capcom in the 8-bit days, you know they put real effort into each minigame.
I love you, Capcom 8-bit!
Each minigame is different from the last. My personal favorite is the Haunted Mansion level, where the game is now a side-scrolling platformer that reminds me a lot of Ghosts and Goblins. The music and sounds are really fun here. Now, I know that sounds like a lame word to use, but fun really is the best way to describe it. Playing Adventures in the Magic Kingdom really does make you feel like a child, wandering around Disneyland, embarking on your own little adventure with every different world or little ride you go on.
Number 3.
Darkwing Duck.
Alright! DuckTales!
He said Darkwing Duck.
Are you ready to get dangerous? Darkwing Duck is a side-scrolling action-adventure game that does many things extremely well. From all the different choices in weapons, the music, the controls, and a smorgasbord more. But the one thing I adore most is the hanging. You are able to hang onto a wide variety of objects and moving platforms to make your way across the level or to climb up or traverse down. Going back to the weapons, I love that you have different choices that you can gain. The arrow gas alone is outstanding. It can be used as a platforming device to stick onto a wall and jump up to get to your desired destination. The game is pretty darn difficult in my opinion, but I don't think it's anything you're gonna rage quit over. The music here in Darkwing Duck is very underrated, and it's very well composed according to me. And if I say it, then it's true, cause I'm a freaking gaming genius.
Now this here, that's Mario.
I actually use most of the tracks from this game in my other videos. Darkwing Duck is a must-play Disney game on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Number 2.
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. This here is one of the best co-op games of all time. And right here, in this game, this is where I spent countless hours with my brothers when I was a kid. I can't tell you how much time I spent laughing with a huge smile on my face while playing this game with them. And the game is fantastic on single player, don't get me wrong, but it's 100 times better on co-op. And to be honest, one of the main reasons for that is that you can pick up your partner and throw them into enemies, or you can even throw them off a cliff. You can also throw objects at your partner just to stun them for fun. I also enjoy that you can choose which location you wanted to go to next via a map of various locations. You didn't have a wide variety of levels to choose from, but being able to skip the levels you didn't like was freaking awesome. If you are a fan of the animated series, you will definitely love some of the cameos some of the characters make. The bosses are all super easy, but it doesn't bother me. I actually feel like it keeps the game flowing here.
Well, that's it guys. I hope you guys enjoyed our top 5
Dude,
list of...
we have one more.
Yeah!
Number 1.
DuckTales. Like most of these games here on this list, this was also previously a cartoon, and well, like the others, it's brilliant as well.
But why number 1, Aaron? Why?
Well, any Nintendo fan can relate to this. The game had super fluid gameplay, stellar graphics, and well, do I really need to mention the music? I know we all talk a little too much about the Moon theme, but it's kind of like hearing a classic Beatles song. We sometimes feel like the songs can get overplayed and over-talked about, but if you sit back in a quiet room and tune out from the world and listen, you can relive the wonder and feel the warmth you did when you first heard this as a child.
Hey Aaron, what's going on? What are you playing? What are you doing?
Dude, shut up!
Scrooge McDuck is the original gangster. How many people do you know that walk around defeating all your enemies with no pants on, a top hat, and carrying a cane? And his whole motive in the game is to become even wealthier than he already is.
Freaking pimp daddy!
This is also another game where you can choose your levels, which, well, almost all of the Capcom/Disney games did, and I thank them for that. I feel I don't need to say any more because you need to play this for yourself if you haven't, and if you have, then you already know why it's number 1.
Well, that's my top 5 best NES Disney games /Capcom of all time list. Capcom and Disney working together in the 8-bit days made some of the best games of all time on the NES. So do yourself a favor and go get them. And remember, if you need to fight crime, do it wearing no pants.
Alright, dudes, I hope you guys enjoyed that list, and if you did, please let me know by hitting the like button, and if you want to see more each week by me, hit the subscribe button right now. I put out videos every week here in this channel, and I spend way too much time editing them, so I'm sure you will like it. But if you actually hated this video and you stumbled onto it by accident, well then, I have another channel for you to check out. Check out Dex the Swede by clicking here. This dude does some amazing reviews and top 10s also. And that hat. That's all we have for you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and also subscribe to Dex the Swede. Thank you very much. Goodbye, my friend.
Can you see my whole body?
Yep. The door just swung open.